gentlemen, it's a brand new year. It's a time to go out there, and if you want to get that job you always wanted to get, you're going to have to be interviewed. And there's some skills you need when you're going to be interviewed. And I will now talk to you about the skills you need when you're interviewing. Now, I'm going to give pointers for people who are interviewing people, and also pointers if you are being interviewed. Here we go. I have not seen the slides in this presentation. Hello, friends. I'm Toiley Tea Paper, and I am here today to tell you how you can knock that big interview out of the park. Listen, being interviewed for a job, for a new position, is difficult. It's stressful. It fills you with anxiety. If you listen to me, you will not be filled with anxiety. Why? Being interviewed feels a lot like this. Swimming with a shark right behind you. You're oblivious. You don't know what's going to happen. You walk into the interview, and you may just wind up being digested. So, if you follow my 5-step plan to have a good interview, you will sail through that interview, and you will capture that shark by blowing up a barrel in its mouth. Now, here's my first tip. When you go into the interview, make sure you do this. Scream. Just look right in the interviewer's face when they shake your hand and say, "Oh, hi, how are you?" Just go, "Ah!" Just right in their face. You know what this does? This breaks the tension. It breaks the tension in the room. It breaks the tension for you. Listen, a lot of people don't think about this, but people who conduct interviews get nervous too. If you walk in and scream right in the interviewer's face, I promise you, you are going to break the tension. It's a great way to start things off. Now, after the initial shock wears off of the scream in the face and you sit down, you're going to want to show them your resume. Now, in this day and age, you've probably emailed your resume to them beforehand. But there is nothing like having a good old-fashioned physical hard copy resume there with you. And in fact, if you want your resume to stand out, you should print your resume on this. An animal. That's right, make your choice. A water buffalo, a cow, a spider. Whichever one you pick is going to impress the person you are interviewing. Now, I want to make it very, very clear here. I am not talking about killing these animals or harming them in any way. I'm just saying you take some animal-friendly paint and you paint on them your resume. I will tell you that if you paint your resume on a spider, that's the most impressive. Water buffalo, cow, they're going to be pretty impressive when you pull either one of these into the room. But if you take out a little case and you pop out a spider and then you hand them a magnifying glass and they go, "What's this?" You go, "My resume." And then they look and they go, "Holy cow, your resume is on the back of the spider." Even better, if you can get the spider to pull a Charlotte's Web and sneak into the office beforehand and write your resume out in spider webs, you'll be doing even better. Oh my God. Yeah, remarkable pig. You walk in, it says remarkable pig, you're going to get that job. But listen. One of the most important things about going into an interview is how you dress. I cannot stress this enough. It's how you dress. And if you want to get that job, this is how you dress. You dress in a suit, and you see all of these. Look, there's a lady here. You gotta get a top hat. There's gentlemen. Some have facial hair, some don't. But you know what? See what it says? It says listeners. It says listeners. If you walk in a suit with a top hat, people are gonna listen to you. You know what I'm saying? Old-timey suits only. That's right, Britt. Old-timey suits only. Some people have a cane, whatever you want. You go in, you looking good, you looking sharp like this. Look at that, she's even got pantaloons, right? She's got the fancy pantaloons and the long, high black socks. You're going to get that job, and they're going to listen to you. Now, the number one question that gets asked in interviews, you hear this all the time, and it's a trick question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? That's what everyone always says. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I'm going to tell you, there's a standard answer that's going to get you the job every time. When someone asks you, where do you see yourself in 5 years? You say, getting kicked in the ass right out of the door of this place, because I am going to screw up your organization so much. You're going to kick me in the butt, and my eyes are going to bulge out. But look, you're still wearing your fancy suit, so that's all that matters. You're ready for the next job, because you're not working here. Not working here. Now, one of the most tricky... Okay, listen. We're going to get serious for a minute. One of the most tricky parts of any interview process is when it comes to salary negotiation, right? Salary negotiation. This is the trickiest part in the entire world. So when they ask you, how much do you see yourself making? You say, 25% of job applicants make this mistake. They just ask for a monkey on a bicycle. You're going to ask for a monkey on a bicycle with no training wheels. Right? You think the training wheels are extra. No, the training wheels just get in the way. This monkey's never going to learn to ride unless they take those training wheels off. So you ask for, you don't be like the 25%. You be like the 75% that say, I want a monkey on a bike, no training wheels. You keep those frickin' training wheels at home. Now, there comes a point in every interview. See, you've nailed the interview so far. You've nailed this interview. You got your old suit on. You've told them that you see yourself getting kicked out in 5 years. You've asked for your monkey on your bicycle. They're going to say, at the very end of the interview, they always say this. They're going to say, do you have any questions for me? And you know what you say? You say this. You say, yes. Could baby Teddy Roosevelt wrestle two snakes with heads of other people who are lost to history? We just only recognize Teddy Roosevelt. And you listen to their answer. And if they say, yes, hell yes, Teddy Roosevelt could, you know you want to work there. You know that you want to work there. Because they know about baby Teddy Roosevelt. And baby Teddy Roosevelt was the greatest baby there ever was. The only baby born with glasses and a full mustache. I pity his mother, but that's how he was born. Well, as you leave the office, people always talk about sending thank you notes, right? Have you heard this? This happens in Hollywood all the time. If a casting director sees you, you send them a little thank you note. But you're not going to do that. A thank you note, everybody does that. To thank the person who interviewed you, you're going to send one of these. A burning person. Imagine the surprise on their face when the door of their office bursts open and a man on fire comes staggering through the door. Now, you're going to want to make sure that you've taken your spider, your cow, or your water buffalo out of the office. But nothing is going to be more memorable than a man on fire walking into their office. And you're going to get that job. You are going to get that job. And friends, let me tell you, after working there for 2 weeks, and that first paycheck gets deposited into your bank account, and you're thinking, oh good, I can buy food for the water buffalo and the monkey. You're going to want to go out, and you're going to want to spend your first paycheck on this. A trapeze act to entertain you. Balancing pickles on sticks, throwing balls in the air, and riding an old-fashioned bike. Friends, if you do all these things, I promise you, you will get the job.